Okay guys, welcome back to the channel, and in this video we are going to see something that is just almost physically impossible to happen unless the people who built these amazing buildings were talking to each other, or they were the same culture, or what the hell was happening, because these historical buildings, all of them look very similar. Now here are a couple of very interesting examples: Brazil, Hungary, New Zealand, Sri Lanka. We have some more. This is Belarus, Croatia, New Zealand, Hawaii. As you can see here, the same type of design, very similar. Another one here. This is Costa Rica, Japan, Sydney, Australia, Pakistan, Nepal, and British Columbia. Again, you can see the design of the columns, the shapes, the forms are literally the same style. This one here, again, Japan, Taiwan, and Argentina. Do you see the resemblance? Well, yeah, I mean, I see exactly the same resemblance. Like, it's the same thing, right? The same damn thing. Pretty cool, right? This reminds us of the old technologies and old cultures. I mean, we can loosely say Tartaria, but that's just like a term which kind of encompasses the forgotten history of our past, because this archaeology is suspiciously very similar. Cuba, Chile, Paraguay. Again, look at this, guys. I mean, you know, the architecture speaks for itself. This is a pretty cool car, by the way. But anyway, next one, we have Russia, USA, and Iran. Guess what? The same types of columns, the same structures. Again, the same thing. Pretty interesting, guys. Next one, Egypt, Kenya, and Brazil. Well, guess what? Again, the architecture is very similar to the ones we see in Russia and America, and of course, very important parts of Europe. Singapore, Sweden, and Indonesia, once more, the same type of design. Something's telling me that someone or some people influenced the whole world with this architecture, but we don't know who. That is the problem. Ukraine, China, and New Zealand. Again, the designs, guys, are just so similar. It's mind-boggling, to be honest. That's how crazy this is. Turkey, Sri Lanka, and Germany. Once more, the design and the similarities are just out of this world. Look at that, guys. It's just crazy. It's beautiful. I mean, their architecture per se is very beautiful. The design is incredible. And just remember, like, this design was considered super high art. Why do we go from this to the brutalism of this post-Second World War, when everything was just like blocks of ugly, crappy, shitty buildings? Why did we do this to ourselves? Like, architecture is very important for the human being. If you build ugly architecture, the people watching the architecture will get even more depressed. So was this their purpose after the reset, to effectively make us even more depressed than we were after the Second World War? Guys, I mean, crazy, right? Look at this one. Crimea, then we have Greece, then we have Austria, Germany, USA, Lebanon, Armenia, and France. Yeah, guys, I mean, come on, like, it's the same type of design. Amazing. This is the Temple of Baalbek, by the way, so obviously these people were copying that particular type of temple, right? I mean, this is just amazing. This one is a bit low quality, unfortunately, so you can't really see that well, but it just goes to show again. I mean, I can just do this, by the way, just showcase it like this. So again, we have the same type of architecture. As you can see here, the most common themes of this similar or practically identical architecture is the high columns, the design, the triangle at the top, the interesting formations, the cupola here at the top. I would say the windows, like the way it was organized, like, it just screams to me that all of these buildings were made effectively by the same people. I don't know. This is, of course, my personal point of view. I just don't see this being random. I just see that this was potentially the reason for making it look the same, because the cultures which influenced this were the same culture. Back in the past, in the 18th century, guys, most likely there was one big nation which was influencing the whole world. And this is why, if you watch my video about Napoleon and how they faked history, it would make a bit more sense to you. I highly recommend you guys to check that video out, because that video is very important. If you just check my videos on my channel, Napoleon Fake History, That one is a really good one, guys. But anyway, that's it for today's video. As always, the purpose of this channel is not to convince anyone of absolutely anything. That's not my goal whatsoever. In this channel, I just want to show guys that there's just so many things which just don't make any sense. And this is one of them. This is too fishy to be true. Something happened in the world, and that culture is now extinct. Doesn't exist anymore. So that civilization is long gone. Guys, that's it for today's video. I shall see you later in the next upload. Bye.